Welcome back to Mental Fitness with Michelle. I'm Michelle. Today we're going to talk a little bit about giving yourself permission to relax. What does that mean? Why would I have to give myself permission to relax? Of course I relax. I go on ski trips on the weekends. I run around with my family. I go to the park. I go hiking. I work out. Of course I'm relaxing. Is that really relaxing, or is that just changing your focus, motivation, and productivity from work and home to yet another task? What does relaxing really look like, and how do you give yourself permission? Well, first let's start with talking about what we in our society look at self-worth. Our self-worth equals productivity. If we're productive and we create things, we're successful, we have self-value. If no one can replace us, if we are irreplaceable in our field, at our home, etc., then we have value. We tend to believe that doing, getting done, and all of that creates our self-worth. But is that true? Actually, rebooting and spending time with yourself, becoming more in tune with your brain and allowing rest and quietness and having that perfect work-life balance makes you more valuable and more productive. What? Yes. Have you ever had a problem with your computer and you call the IT guys, and when they pick up the phone, they say, thank you for calling blah, blah, blah IT. Have you shut your computer down and turned it back on? And you say, well, of course I have. And they said, did you wait 30 seconds for it to reboot? Okay, yeah, and then you count to 30, you shut it down and restart it. That's exactly what our brains need. Our minds are most complicated computers out there. We need to reboot, shut it down, turn it back on later, give it some rest, reboot. Leaders right now are struggling during this pandemic with what the new normal is. Every day is chaotic. Instead of getting up at our normal time, doing our daily routine, going to work, finishing our job there, going to do our errands, maybe exercise after work, spend time with our kids, and on and on and on. We have a very blended day now. Now our day is chaotic and filled with uncertainty. Are we actually working? Do we go to work, or do we stay home? Are we waking up earlier or later? Are we working straight 8 hours through the day with a little 30-minute or 1 hour lunch in the middle? Or are we constantly stopping and starting because the kids need to have their breakfast? Then the kids need to get on virtual school. Oh, now someone's at the door. Maybe there's construction outside of our house. Maybe the laundry is calling to us, or the dishes. Possibly the internet stops working, or our spouse needs something, or now we have to drive to go get our mail as opposed to being able to get it conveniently. As our leaders struggle with their personal, political, and scientific facts to create a certain world or a new normal for us, we too are struggling with our routine and the uncertainty. What to wear each day has even become something of a mystery. What color mask am I supposed to wear? Does it have enough protection? Is it the right, covering the right areas of my face? Do I wear a face shield? All of those things have created just a new level of stress from which we need to relax, from which we need to reboot. Work is never ending for us right now. Right now, we're always trying to figure out what is going on. Eventually, it will calm down and we'll transition back to the new normal, or to whatever that's going to look like. We'll feel more free. We'll be able to go eat with our friends. We'll be able to go back to some normalcy in routine. But for right now, as we're in this transition, we still need to train our brains to relax. Learn to reboot. So what does that look like? Have you ever been on vacation with somebody, and when you get to the vacation, you think, oh, I just want to lay on the beach and I don't want to think about anything, watch the waves and all of that and let it flow over me. And while the other person is running around, renting the jet skis, trying to go swimming, oh, now there's a catamaran, oh, what about this tour, etc., etc., etc. Have you ever heard yourself say, man, I just don't know how to relax? Well, here I am to tell you and give you some tips on how you can actually relax. It takes practice. It feels uncomfortable. You may feel guilty, and you definitely have to create boundaries with your friends, family, and all those around you. Train them to know that during these 2 times of the day, you will be relaxing and rejuvenating your brain. You're going to be in reboot mode. Okay, so what's the first thing that you need to do? First thing you need to do is schedule your reboot. Make it consistent every single day, same time. Maybe you're an early morning person and you would like to do your initial reboot in the morning, and you're going to reboot from 6 a.m. to 6:15. That's all you need, 15 minutes. And so you spend some time in prayer or meditation or yoga or whatever it is you need to do to quiet your mind, block out all the noise, and just think about, get ready for this, nothing. Not what you're going to do the rest of the day, not your to-do list, not what your kids need, not what you're going to wear, but absolutely nothing. Can you do that? It's going to take practice. Some people need to lie down in order to think about nothing. Don't go to sleep. Just lay there, look at the ceiling, look at the stars, whatever it is you need to do to think about nothing. Literally nothing. I know it's hard, and sometimes you have to build up the tolerance to it. Maybe it takes 2 to 3 minutes, and then you notice your mind is wandering and you're thinking about the to-do list, or you're thinking about how silly you feel laying on the floor looking at the ceiling. You have to refocus. Maybe you need some sort of music in the background. Now, this music needs to be just instruments, just water, just something like that. No noise, no words, nothing like that. Nothing to cause you to think about something else, but just very relaxing, soothing tones, okay? And you're gonna start. Maybe you lay down, maybe you sit down, it's fine. Definitely want to either close your eyes or pick something to focus on. Clear your mind, and if you have to tell yourself in the beginning over and over again, I'm clearing my mind. I'm clearing my mind. I'm thinking about nothing. Just the practice of saying I'm clearing my mind and I'm thinking about nothing allows you to go into a meditative state. So practice that. The second thing you need to do, besides creating a routine and a time, finding a space, is figure out what your practice is going to be. If it's going to be yoga, that's fine. If it's going to be a meditation, that's fine. If you need the music, get the music together. So you're going to book your time, create your space. 3, figure out your focus. Book your time, create your space. 3, figure out your focus. Remember, you're trying to think about nothing. It helps you to relax. 4th, if you're feeling like what's creating your mental stress during the day is lots of worrying and anxiety, you need to write down and face your fears. Acknowledge that you're afraid that you are going to be replaced and you're invaluable in your work. Acknowledge that maybe you're afraid that you can't make ends meet financially. Acknowledge that your fear has to do with the house burning down if you don't get everything done, or the kids being dirty if you don't have all their laundry clean. Whatever your fear is, acknowledge it. Walk right into it, write it down, and say, yes, this is a fear, but during this time, none of that's going to happen. I just need to reboot. So you're going to face your fear, talk yourself through it, write it down, and then reverse it. So instead of saying, if I take 15 minutes for myself, the house is going to burn down, you're going to say, I need to reboot for 15 minutes so I can be more productive in my house. Instead of saying, if I leave for 15 minutes, some major emergency at work's going to happen and I'm going to miss it. Say, I need these 15 minutes so that I can make wise decisions at work, so that I can be effective as a leader or in my subject field. Okay? And last but not least, just start doing it. Don't overthink it. Don't get caught up in the details of booking out the time. Don't get caught up in the details of finding the perfect space. Don't get caught up in the details of writing your affirmations, positive thinking. Just do it. Just start doing it right now, today. As you watch this video, make yourself a mental note of when the first time is you're going to force yourself to relax. And in the beginning, I promise you, it will feel like you're forcing yourself to relax. You will have to make it. And then praise yourself when you're done. If you are only able to clear your mind for 3 minutes, that's fine. That's 3 minutes. Next time, go for 4. Next time, go for 5. Whatever you can do, force yourself to relax and just start right now. I promise you, just like turning off the computer and turning it back on, the rebooting of your mind will pay dividends in the end. You will absolutely, after a week or 2 of relaxing and learning how to decompress your mind or reboot in a sense, you will absolutely see the effects. So I hope that today on Mental Fitness with Michelle, you learned how to give yourself permission to relax and you learned some tips to relax. Can't wait to see you on the next time.